Hello, good morning everyone. So today we will start our lesson again after the school holiday. So welcome back. Okay, so hari ini kita akan fokus kepada paper writing. So as you know, your paper writing there are three parts. Part one is the email. Part two is the guided writing, and then part three is the extended writing. So untuk part 3 there are three choices. One of them is article. Untuk part 3 ni ada 3 pilihan. So salah satunya adalah article. Okay, so you must choose at least one, sama ada article, story ataupun review. So today kita akan bincang pasal article. So let's start. Okay, to start, we will start with the tips to answer. Tips untuk menjawab soalan part 3 article. Number 1, you should read the question carefully. Baca soalan dengan teliti. Why? Because you need to know about the context, the theme of your answer, and apa poin yang kamu perlu jawab. Then you should take note of all the bullets. Bullets tu ialah poin-poin. So usually for part 3 you need to explain advantages or disadvantages of an idea. Kamu perlu tahu apa kebaikan ataupun keburukan main point yang diberi itu. So usually there are 3 points. You need to elaborate on the 3 points. Okay. Number 3, you should know the format. Okay, so it's either article or report. Untuk part 3 ada soalan format dia sama ada format article atau report. And then number 4, you should use appropriate language expressions. Kamu perlu gunakan language yang betul lah. So maybe you have to give your opinions or you have to give recommendations. We will discuss about this later. Kita akan bincang kemudian. So for article, we will see into the format. Number 1, there should be the title. Untuk artikel dia mesti ada tajuk dan nama penulis. So look at this format. It is very simple. And then you should have a brief introduction yang ringkas sahaja, and then the body. There should be at least 3 body because ada 3 poin sana from the bullets. And then a brief closing. Selalunya closing ialah summary of your writing. Kamu boleh bagi pendapat ataupun feelings ataupun harapan kamu. So I hope this is clear for you. So just now cikgu ada mention pasal language expressions. So language expressions untuk tahap level kamu, you must know how to use language expressions effectively. So untuk tahap kamu sekarang, kamu perlu gunakan language expressions dengan efektif. Contohnya, how to state facts or statements. Macam mana kamu menyatakan satu fakta ataupun statements, pernyataan. Then to express ideas, opinions, mesti ada dia punya cara untuk berkongsi idea dan pendapat. And then you should know how to highlight advantages because these questions normally tackle on the advantages. Soalan artikel ataupun report selalunya kamu kena huraikan advantages. And then you should know how to give suggestions, advice. Jadi tidaklah kamu ulang balik-balik. You must, you should. Boleh, but it will be nicer if you know other way to give suggestions or advice. And then you must know how to explain or justify. Perlu tahu cara huraikan ataupun menjelaskan idea, dan of course you need to know how to give example. Perlu tahu bagaimana bagi example selain kamu guna for example, for instance dan sebagainya. So let's start with understanding the task. So look at the questions for part 3. Article question. Soalan sangat ringkas. Okay, contohnya, your school counselor gives some advice to the SPM candidates on the best ways to revise for exams. Itu ialah situasi dia. So usually dia akan bagi situasi macam tu. Your school counselor ataupun your school teacher, your school, your headmaster, your principal. So you don't need to ulang balik school principal, school counselor. You just take the context. Apa konteks dia sini? The context is SPM candidates on the best ways to revise for exams. So dia punya perkara besar sana ialah best ways to revise for exams. Okay. Okay, so bullet. So this is the bullets. Bullets tu ialah 3 titik ni, 1, 2, 3. Ada 3 bullets sana. Saya ulang So the bullets is 1, 2, 3. So itu point yang kamu kena gunalah. Do revision before exams. Go through your notes. Prepare revision timetable. So this will be the body of your karangan. The title you will take from the context. Ini adalah konteks. So usually title dan introduction is very simple. You just take from the context atau situasi di atas. Okay, so let's try to do a very brief introduction based on this task ataupun soalan. Okay, dia punya situasi sini. Your school counselor gives some advice to the SPM candidates on the best ways to revise for exams. Okay, so ulang sahaja pernyataan ini. Kamu ulang dan olah. So there are many best ways to revise for exams. Revision is very important. So kamu bagi opinion. Revision is very important for students as it will make them more confident and well prepared with knowledge and skills. Sangat ringkas kan? So revision is very important, sangat penting kerana ia menjadikan pelajar more confident and well prepared. What is well prepared? Lebih bersedia with knowledge and skills. This is a very basic examples. Okay, so let's see another example. This is for a better example of introduction. So the SPM examination is a very important exam for every student in Malaysia. So this example dia bagi statement ataupun factual, memberi fakta. So it will determine without their future, menentukan masa depan. I believe that all students want to have a good result. So everyone should be well prepared for the exam. So ada thesis statement sini. There are some ways to revise for the examinations. So for thesis statement kamu boleh bagilah. There are some ways to revise for the examinations. For example, doing revision before exams, going through your notes, and prepare revision timetable. Okay, so now let's look at some of the language functions yang kita bincang di awal tadi. Okay, tujuan language functions ni supaya kamu boleh menyampaikan idea dengan lancar. Pertama, number 2, so that when writing you have the idea of macam mana kamu sampaikan kamu punya penulisan supaya masa exam kamu tidak perlu banyak berfikir. Sudahlah, contohnya how to give opinion. Contohnya kamu guna in my opinion. How to give advice. I want to advise you to. Okay, and then how to highlight advantages. This is very beneficial because okay, so kita start. Contohnya, how do you express your opinions or ideas? Macam mana kamu menyatakan pendapat ataupun idea? Usually kamu guna I believe that ataupun in my opinion. I personally think. I strongly feel that. Ataupun without any doubt, I shall say that. Tanpa ragu-ragu, saya berpendapat bahawa if you do not want to use I, kamu boleh gantikan dengan ayat pasif, yaitu it is believed that. Adalah dipercayai ataupun banyak orang berpendapat bahawa it is believed that, ataupun many opt, many think that. Banyak orang merasakan ataupun banyak orang berpendapat bahawa. Okay, so I believe that. In my opinion, I personally think. I strongly feel that. Ataupun without any doubt, I shall say that. These are some of the examples on how you express your opinions. Ada beberapa contoh lah. So, using this question. Okay, in my opinion, it is very important to do revision before the exams. So, this is how you start to give opinion on the first point. Do revision before exams. Cara lain ialah you can ask question. Contohnya, do you think we need to do revision before exams? Or what do you think about doing revision before exams? So, itu ialah salah satu cara kamu sebenarnya menyatakan pendapat dalam bentuk soalan. Okay, so masih lagi poin pertama. So, maybe you can start with I strongly believe. Saya sangat percaya ataupun saya sangat berpendapat bahawa that doing revision is beneficial to score in exams. So what is beneficial? So beneficials comes from the word benefit. Berfaedah. Benefit ialah faedah. Okay, so another way to express your opinion is undoubtedly I think. Undoubtedly maksudnya tanpa ragu-ragu lagi ataupun tidak dapat dinafikan. Undoubtedly ataupun undeniably. I think preparing a revision timetable is a mandatory. Ini adalah poin ketiga. Cara kamu menyatakan pendapat. Okay? So, is a mandatory. Mandatory maksudnya wajib, sangat wajib. Ataupun cara lain ialah without any doubt, I agree. Saya bersetuju. Atau I feel. I strongly agree that every student must study before exams. Okay. So there are many ways how you express your opinions. Dan it is encouraged for you to use these expressions. So for CEFR level, kamu digalakkan menggunakan ekspresi untuk memberikan pendapat. Contohnya in my opinion, ataupun I strongly believe that, undoubtedly I think, ataupun I feel, ataupun without any doubt I agree that, to show that kamu boleh menulis dengan baik dan matang dan kamu boleh menzahirkan kamu punya pendapat ataupun idea. Okay, so we move on. Stating a fact ataupun statement. Macam mana kamu menulis ataupun menyatakan sesuatu fakta ataupun pernyataan. So usually a statement is a general statement. Statement yang kamu pilih selalunya sangat umum. So you can start with it is generally accepted that. Umum percaya bahawa ataupun it is generally known that. Okay, ataupun many believe that ramai percaya bahawa, look at number 3. Nowadays, pada zaman sekarang, it is very common to see. Kita punya topik tadi ialah exam. Contohnya, nowadays, it is very common to see students struggle at the last minute. Ataupun students struggle at the 11th hour. Maksudnya, pada masa terakhir sebelum exam. People view this as very normal. Ataupun people view exam as very important, especially SPM examination. Ataupun you can state a statement, ataupun you can state a fact, or even your opinion with normally. Normally, students feel pressured when they are dealing with exams. Normally, students feel pressured. Pelajar merasa tertekan apabila berhadapan dengan examination. Ataupun yang terakhir sekali, look at these words, without that. Sama macam tadi kan, tanpa ragu-ragu. Lagi, without doubt, examination is very important. So, that is a very simple and effective statement. Satu pernyataan tentang fakta ataupun tentang sesuatu pendapat ataupun pendapat umum. So, sekarang kita cuba kaitkan soalan ini, articles, dengan benda yang kita belajar tadi. How to state a fact ataupun statement. So, remember the questions? The bullets, there are 3 points. Doing revision before exams, go through your notes. And number 3, prepare revision timetable. Okay, so contohnya, without doubt, tanpa ragu-ragu lagi, doing revision is very important so that students can score in exams. So this is a statement. Kamu cuma tambah without doubt, ataupun undoubtedly, ataupun generally accepted. Look at example number 2. The examination is just around the corner. Apa maksud just around the corner? Maksudnya semakin dekat, just around the corner. Therefore, as it is supposed to be, students must do revision. So, this is another example of how you give a statement. Oleh itu, seperti yang sepatutnya. As it is supposed to be. Seperti yang sepatutnya. Okay. Number 3. Generally, examination is very important. Secara umumnya. And look at number 4. It is a matter of fact. So this is a bit formal. It is a matter of fact that timetable is very important for students. So tidak dapat dinafikan lagi. It is a matter of fact. Ataupun satu kebenaran bahawa timetable is very important for students. Okay, so if you notice, cikgu balik-balik guna perkataan important, important and important. So apa maksud important? Important is penting kan? So you can replace the word important with beneficial ataupun significant. What else? Useful, berguna. Okay, so another language expressions that is really important for your writing dan selalu kamu akan guna ialah giving suggestions, advice or recommendation. So ada dia punya language sendiri untuk give suggestions, give advice ataupun recommendation. Contohnya, you are reminded. Kamu diingatkan untuk apa? You are reminded to prepare a timetable. You are encouraged to. Kamu digalakkan. You are encouraged to study with your friends. It can be either your elaboration or for the main points. You must pay attention. So you must pay attention. You must study. You must listen to your parents' advice. You should do revision before exams. You should stay at home. So itu ialah cara bagi advice ataupun suggestion yang paling ringkas. For your own benefit. Okay, for your own benefit, you are advised to read your notes. You are advised, anda dinasihatkan. Atau please be committed to your timetable. Dia guna perkataan please. So this is another way of giving suggestion, giving advice or giving recommendation. Ataupun untuk formal sikit, it is highly recommended for you to. Sangat dicadangkan anda supaya to have a revision timetable. Ataupun it is always best for you to revise at least 2 hours every night. Cara terbaik anda digalakkan, it is always best, adalah sangat baik untuk anda, ataupun you better revise now. So this is another kind of language, simple language. So you must use the expression yang kita bincang tadi, giving examples, express your opinions, and giving suggestions ataupun advice. Okay, now, so we move on to elaborating points. So, how many points? So, cikgu tekankan sekali lagi, there are 3 bullets. Bullets ialah 3 titik ini. So, there are 3 points. So, supposed to be, ada 3 perenggan lah. So, each point, you should have stated the main point. Nyatakan main point itu. Mungkin you use expressing your opinion, ataupun expressing the advice, recommendation, ataupun stating the statement. Kita sudah belajar 3an tadi. Then elaboration, you should justify. Ini dalam satu perenggan. So each of these should be in 1 paragraph. This is for part 3, article. So elaboration, you should justify. Maksud justify ialah kamu mesti huraikan dan bagi fakta-fakta yang sepatutnya. So write a general idea about the main point. Use because, by, with, so, therefore. Contohnya lah. So for example, main point from the bullet. So you want to express your opinions. In my opinion, doing revision before exam is very much important. So justify. Kenapa? It is because all students must be prepared with knowledge and skills. Okay, itu ialah general kan. And then specific. Think about knowledge and skills. You should be more specific. Contohnya ambil subjek matematik. For example, for math, you should know how to do algebra and to use some formula. Itu spesifik. Yang menjadikan dia spesifik ialah you choose one subject which is mathematics, and then you choose formula and algebra. And then link. Link is when you can relate all the point, all this writing dengan hidup kamu. So kamu kaitkanlah dengan konteks kamu. For example, if I am weak in math, I should focus on the subject. I should do more revision on maths with my friends, or I shall ask my teacher for guidance. So boleh faham? Okay, so cikgu ulang balik. How to make a good writing? First, kamu kena tengok poin ini. Kemudian satu poin sepatutnya ada satu perenggan. So there are 3 main points. There should be 3 paragraphs. Start with the main point. Nyatakan dulu main point itu dalam bentuk pendapat, recommendation ataupun statement. Contohnya, if you want to give recommendation, sudah belajar tadi kan? I would like to advise everyone to do revision before exams. Kemudian justify secara general. You can do revision with your friends or with your teachers. So itu ialah general. And then be more specific. For example, every weekend you can do revision with your friends at the school library or through Google Meet. Menjadi lebih spesifik. Kemudian relate. Through Google Meet, I can discuss many contents with my friends anytime. So itu lebih menjadi link, relate. So we move on to the second point, which is go through your notes. Apa maksud go through your notes? Baca nota kamu. Okay, so main point dia contohnya, I want to give recommendation instead of expressing my opinion. You should do revision before the exams. Okay, masih lagi point satu sorry. So, cara kamu elaborate contohnya, in my opinion, dia lebih memberi pendapat kan. In my opinion, doing revision is important because you can master the skills and knowledge. Example, be more specific. For example, at night, you should spend at least 2 hours to revise on math or English. Kemudian link, kaitkan dengan diri kamu. Simple. Selalunya kamu boleh kaitkan dengan perasaan lah. I will revise history every Sunday with my friends because we want to score in the subject. Or you can tell your feeling. I feel so enthusiastic when I revise with my friends. So apa maksud enthusiastic? Enthusiastic ialah lebih bersemangat, berjiwa, membara. Then contohnya you want to write on the second main point. So main point kamu ialah then it is important to go through your notes. It is important to go through your notes. Point 2. Nampak? And then you elaborate using because, by, with, therefore ataupun so. Your notes will help you to memorize and understand your subjects. Untuk mengingati dan memahami. And then example, you should be more specific. So usually kita gunakan for example. For example, there are many notes for history, geography, and science. So kaitkan dengan diri kamu yang penutupan dia. Notes will be very useful as students can read it anywhere and anytime, even in the car or while waiting for dinner. Okay, so mula-mula main idea dalam bentuk opinion, recommendation ataupun statement. So this is statement. And then elaboration, if you look carefully, this is a very simple statement, general statement. Your notes will help you to memorize and to understand. Then example, it become more specific. Diambil contoh, history, geography, and science. Link, dia kaitkan dengan diri sebagai students. Useful for students. Students can read it anywhere and everywhere, anytime, even in the car or even while waiting for dinner. Okay, so for your homework, I want you to complete the writing. You can start all over again from introduction to closing. And then use the notes given in the slides. You can use the notes given in the slides and you should write at least 200 to 250 words. Actually, this is very short, so try to focus and write in 40 minutes. So I wish you good luck. Make sure you watch this video and watch at least twice if you do not understand. So if you have any question, just ask me personally or just ask me in the group. Okay, so I will see you in the next lesson. In the next lesson, we will discuss on narrative ataupun story. So see you, good luck, and make sure you study for your exam, for your coming trial exam. So thank you, and I hope you well. Thank you and goodbye.